Welcome to the Bible Adventures Love Science, the show where faith meets facts and curiosity leads to discovery. You'll join our three brothers as they explore God's amazing world together, with hands-on activities and lots of laughs along the way. So buckle up, Bible Adventures. It's time to dive into God's world and discover how science and faith go hand in hand. The sun was just starting to set over the wide meadow, painting the sky with shades of orange and pink. As the three brothers sat in the family car, their excitement for the day's adventure was palpable. Chance the cheetah, as always, was bouncing in his seat, eager to get the episode started. Drexel the dragon was leaning back, thinking up a million questions, while Liam the lion was holding on to a small bag of supplies he'd packed for their experiment. "All right, everyone ready?" Liam asked, his voice full of enthusiasm. "I'm ready for anything," Chance shouted, grinning. "Let's get this started." "Okay, but what are we actually going to do today?" Drexel asked, scratching his head. "What's the science lesson?" Liam smiled. "Today, we're talking about matter and energy, and specifically how some mixtures keep their physical properties, like iron fillings mixed with sand, or sand mixed with water." "You mean like how my toys mix together but each toy stays in the same shape?" Chance asked, still bouncing in his seat. Liam said, "Exactly. Today we're going to talk about those types of mixtures where the ingredients don't lose their original properties. Like when I mix ice cream and sprinkles, the sprinkles are still crunchy," Drexel said, excited about his snack-inspired example. Chance snorted. "Well, if I'm doing the mixing, you might end up with a melted mess, Drex." Liam shook his head, smiling at his brothers. "Before we dive in, let's start with our Bible verse for today. It's from Genesis 1:31. God saw all that he had made, and it was very good. God made everything in the universe, from the smallest grain of sand to the biggest star in the sky. And just like he designed all of creation with care, he also made everything in it to have specific properties." "Like how some things float and some things sink?" Drexel asked, his eyes wide with curiosity. "Exactly," Liam said, his eyes sparkling. "But before we get into that, let's do something fun. Everyone, I want you to hold your hands out in front of you. Imagine you're holding a handful of sand. Got it?" "Got it," Chance said, already pretending to hold the sand with exaggerated motions. "Me too," Drexel said, dramatically cupping his hands as if they were filled with grains of sand. "All right," Liam continued. "Now pretend you're mixing that sand with some water. Mix, mix, mix. What happens?" "It gets all wet and sticky," Chance shouted, laughing as he splashed his imaginary water everywhere. Drexel nodded. "Yeah, and the sand is still just sand, right? It doesn't change its properties even though it's mixed with water." "Exactly," Liam said, thrilled that they were already understanding the idea. "That's a key part of mixtures like these. The ingredients keep their original properties, but they're still combined in a way that they stay separate, like sand and water." Chance grinned. "Okay, but do we get to throw the sand and water at each other now? 'Cause that would be awesome." "Not yet, Chance," Liam said with a smile. "I've got another example for you. Imagine you're mixing pieces of iron with sand. What happens then?" Does it become like something new?" Drexel asked, his mind working quickly. "Nope," Liam said. "The iron fillings in sand stay separate. If you had a magnet, the magnet would pick up the iron fillings, but the sand would just stay where it is. The sand doesn't change, and neither do the iron fillings. They just mix together, but each one keeps its own properties." "So they're like really good at staying themselves even though they're mixed up?" Drexel asked. "Right," Liam beamed. "In a mixture, each ingredient stays the same. It's only when you make a compound that things start to change. But in mixtures like sand and water, or iron fillings and sand, the ingredients hold on to their original properties. It's like when we mix up our personalities. Chance is still fast, Drexel's still creative, and I'm still brave, but we all work together as a team." "That's cool," Drexel said, nodding. "So in a mixture, No one changes, just like us. Exactly, Liam said. So before we move on, let's do a quick activity to help us remember. Everyone pretend you're stirring a big bowl of sand and water. Make big circles with your arms like you're mixing it up. Chance flung his arms around with dramatic flair. "Whoa, I'm stirring up a storm over here," he shouted, making it seem like he was in a race. "Hold on, Chance," Drexel said, laughing. "You're going to spill all the pretend water." Liam grinned. Okay. Now pretend you're mixing up pieces of metal in sand. Move your arms a little slower, pretending to be careful that the iron doesn't fly everywhere. "Got it," Chance said, slowing down and pretending to stir more cautiously. "But I still think I could beat you guys in a mixing contest." "You just wait," Drexel said. "I'll show you the best technique." And then he turned around and started mixing with his tail. Liam laughed. "All right, now that we've got the hang of mixing mixtures, let's talk about how we can test this in real life. You can try it at home. Find some paper clips and some sand or dirt, and use a magnet to see if the paper clips stick to it or if the sand does. Notice how they still keep their individual properties. It's a simple experiment, but it shows us the amazing ways God designed matter." Drexel smiled. "Just like how God made everything in the world to be very good, everything has its own special purpose and properties." "Awesome, that's serious science," Chance said. Liam laughed. "I think we're done for today. Thanks for helping me explain all about matter and energy and how mixtures can keep their properties. Remember, you can try it yourself at home, and maybe next time we'll try something even messier." As the car rolled down the road, the three brothers smiled at each other, each adventure another lesson learned, and they couldn't wait to see what the next science topic would bring. Thanks for joining the Bible Adventures Love Science. We hope you had a blast, learned something new, and saw just how amazing God's creation really is. Don't forget, every part of science points to our awesome Creator. Whether it's studying the sky, learning about the laws of nature, or exploring in your own backyard, we can see how intelligently and creatively God made our world. See you next time, and remember, God gave you a mind for questions and a heart for wonder.